Hey everybody. We wanted to come on here and share some party tips with you since all of you are working so hard on booking those parties for May coming up here. So we wanted to give you some resources. Just we've done a lot of parties so far and we've learned a lot through failure. And we've figured out some things that work really well. And before we start, I obviously want to say that things are always evolving within the party business. So just because we're sharing something with you that works for us right now doesn't mean that things could change later. We're constantly learning new and better strategies to have more like effective parties. So just know that. And this is why we listen to trainings all the time, because there's reps out there that have way better advice than we do in some areas. So that's why it's really important to constantly be learning and listening to things so that way we can better our business, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about, obviously talking about how to do an effective party. But say you don't even have anybody that you could, you're thinking like, well, I don't even have any parties right now on my calendar. Who can I ask? I feel like I have nobody to ask. We've been there. Especially when you've been in it in the long run, it gets harder and harder to find more people, because when you first start out, you have so much opportunity, like everybody, your friends, your family, that you can ask, right? But now we depend on getting parties from parties. Like that's our main thing, and connecting and meeting new people and things like that, which is really cool. So say you don't know who to ask to have a party. I literally just did, I went back into my order history from literally the first day I started, which is a year and a half ago. And I looked through every single person that ordered from me. And the sad thing is there were actually a lot of people I did not follow up with first off when I first started. And I like kicking myself because I could have had so many more parties. But I didn't do that. So anyways, I reached back out to them and said, hey, do you remember having a party with me back in, or do you remember ordering from me from somebody's party back in whatever, October, whatever it was? Would you be interested in snagging some free and half off items? So reach out to every single person that's ordered from you. You can go to your order history in your back office. Maybe you still have friends and family that you have not asked, or maybe they said not right now, and it's been a couple months later. Go back and ask them. I've even reached out to people who haven't even bought from me. I knew them, but they lived in a different area than me, because the area I lived in was getting saturated with Zaya, because I live in literally a town of 2,000 people. And I would reach out to people in different cities or states and say, hey, I'm really trying to expand my business. Would you be willing to have a party with me? So I can do that and get a different clientele and customer base in your area. And, some people say no, some people say yes. So that's another thing that you can do. Literally anybody who's ordered from you, any past customer, customer you have now. There's a lot of people in my Facebook page and Instagram page that I have not even asked to like be even a part of my Facebook page, like my VIP group, that I will go in and then just ask and message. So a lot of opportunity. Obviously, as you keep going, you get parties from parties. So any party I do, anybody who orders from that party, I will always, always reach out to them and see if they would like to do a party too. And that's how you expand into different areas and to different groups of people and things like that. So that is so let's start.
So you're talking to a person that you want to have a party with, and they say yes, they want to have a party with you. The best and the most important thing to do immediately is to get a date. And when you have that date, you give them a date. You don't ask them about a date. You have the dates that are available for you, and you give them two options. If you don't have two and you only have one, that's fine. Give them that one. But if you have two options, give them two dates that are close, and then ask them which one works best for them. They're going to pick one, and then immediately you're going to get their number, their email, and their address, and you're going to set up their link right away, and you're going to send it to them. Reason being is we have learned from are past, that when you don't do that, some people, they will flake out or they'll forget or they'll just like ghost you
Mhm.
and completely um, leave the party and won't even be a part of it, won't even add anyone, won't even talk to you about it. And that's like a dig at us because, we rely on those parties. We rely on having a certain amount of parties in our month, and we're really excited about it to share those things with people. And that has happened many times with us and some with other people. So,
Yeah.
what we've kind of noticed is when you give them a date and you guys both say yes to that date, not just the month or around this time, no, an actual date of when you're going to have it, and then you create that link for them and you send it to them. That is their opportunity to have accountability for your party. They are now in it. They know now that they're going to have this party. It's not a maybe or what if or a sometime in the future. It's now.
Mhm.
And so it's always going to benefit doing that. And then having their phone number, sometimes it's easier to message them through or not through Facebook when you're doing your party, because they might actually respond to you faster. Some people do not look at Facebook Messenger a lot. And I know I look at it all day. It's part of like my phone. It will give me alerts, but some people don't see that. And so then like 3 days later, they're like, oh, I didn't see your message. Well, if you text them, they're going to see it right away.
Yeah.
They don't have that excuse to not be able to see it. So it's good to have their phone number just in case they're not responding to you. They may not just be checking their Facebook. So just send them a text.
Mhm.
I've done that.
And if you do set up that link, I always tell my host, okay, you can start sending this link out to your friends, because
Mhm.
there's some
Yeah.
people who don't want to be in a party at all. Like they just think it's annoying. So I say, text them your link, email you the link.
Yeah.
I give them options: text, email, anything that you want to do. You already have it in case you want to start getting those pre-orders in
Mhm.
before your party. So
Yeah, I've had that happen as well.
Yeah.
People actually order from their own link when they see something they like before their party starts. They don't want to miss out of a new release, so they actually order it under their own link. So it benefits in a lot of ways to send that to them. Obviously, no one needs to do anything until the party, but it's an option if they want it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So then we have written down, connect with the hostess 4 days before the party starts. And connecting, we mean like, if you don't know the host, which when you get into this business, there's a majority of the hosts you're not going to personally know. When you first start out, yes. But if you don't know the host, you want to be building a relationship with them. That is the most important part, because this host could potentially then join your team, which a lot of you have that, right? Like you've experienced that. So build a relationship with them. It's a relationship building company. It's just what it is. And you're going to be sending them stuff, and Caitlin will explain that.
So because it's a relationship building like business, we want to be talking with them, getting to know them, telling them what we expect of them. Because if we don't tell them, no one's going to know, right? We have to give them our expectations. It's our business. We have to let them know what we're expecting of them. And so I actually have in my phone, you guys can't really see it, but I have stuff that I say to my hostess. Now, I don't send them a massive long text. I send them little bits and pieces. In the next 4 days, I'm talking with them about it. And then during the party, every morning, every night, I'm talking with them. I'm telling them what's going to be going on. I'm telling them when I'm going live. I am interacting with them constantly because I want them to know that I'm working my best for them, because I want them to work the best for me too.
Right.
We want to work together as a team to, one, get them the amazing rewards that I promised them. And then also that they're doing the same thing for me. So if I'm giving to them as much as they're giving to me, it's going to be an amazing party no matter what. And they're going to have a good experience and then maybe want to sign up. And that's something that I would really love. So I have, you do the 4 days before. So if I was going to start my party on Tuesday, I like talk to them on Saturday. So I would most of the time, I'm always messaging my brand new host for the next week on Saturday. That's like my go-to. I automatically know that. And this is kind of what I say a little bit of, but I tailor it to every host. I do not just send a script. Okay. You want to tailor it to the person, like, are they like this, or are they like that, and add their name into it, tailor it to them a little bit. But
and
at least
the nice thing about having a script, though, is even though you're not going to just straight up copy and paste it to them, is she has all these scripts in her phone for a lot of different things, not just the host, but it's easier on, I need to do this. I haven't done this, but it's easy on her. She can literally copy and paste it. It's already, she already knows what she's going to say. And then she tailors it a little bit in her message to that person.
Yeah. And I mean, most of the stuff that I am expecting from him is going to be the same, but I might add a little bit here and there per person. So like just a general one on Saturday, what I would say, happy Saturday, Amanda. I'm really excited for your party. Your Facebook party is almost all ready to go, and I'm going to invite you to it on Tuesday. So then they know, okay, I'm expecting to be invited on Tuesday. Once invited, all of the people, it's really important to directly message everyone, letting them know why you added them to the party. So I'm telling her, when you invite everybody, make sure you're also personally messaging them, because this is key to having a successful party. Key, because people don't want to just be like added to a million parties and not cared about, like, like they didn't even invite me. Like they don't know who I am. They're just inviting me.
No mass invites.
Yeah, no mass invites. You literally personally, you invite them to the party and then you message them and say, hey, I invited you to this party and this is why. I'm so excited about it. I would love for you to join. That simple. And I let them know that. And I say, this is important because it makes people feel cared about, and 90% more people join when they're asked personally. And then I give them a simple text of what they could say if they can't think of anything, because a lot of people sometimes have a hard time thinking of stuff and then they get worried about it. So I just give them a little script. Like I say, hey, so-and-so, I'm so excited about my Zaya party. I've fallen in love with so many things. I want to share the amazing items with you, and I'd love if you joined. Simple. And then I stop there, and then we just talk a little bit back and forth, and then I add more things. And I have so many things. So if you guys are curious about that stuff, what I say to these people, you can ask me and I can help you kind of come up with your own thing. But I save that in my phone so I can send that to people, and I'm talking to them, and I'm being very intentional about building that relationship and working hard on their party, so that they know I'm working hard on it, and then they have the expectation that they're going to work hard too.
Yeah. Something that I've done as well after them inviting people is I sent them a little graph of some eye-catching Zaya pieces, items, outfits, whatever, in multiple different body types. And I say, hey, why don't you post this on your public Facebook page, like their personal one, and ask, like, hey, I'm having a Zaya active party. I love this company, it's really good active wear, athleisure wear. Who would like an invite? And then that gives people that you didn't think about inviting to the party the opportunity to say, oh, I would love an invite. So they can do that as well as they're inviting people.
I want to add one more thing too. And when I'm talking to them, I also make sure I ask them what level of rewards they want to get to.
Oh, yeah.
It's very important, because then they're going to work harder for it because they have a goal. If they don't have a goal and they're just like, whatever happens, then they're not going to strive for anything. I always ask them, I send them the graphic of our hostess rewards, and I say, you let me know which one you think you want to get to. I'm thinking 1,000. That's my goal for you. I'm going to work hard to get you to 1,000. What do you think you want? And most people say they want to get to 1,000, and we're going to work hard to get there. And you can see that their whole demeanor changes after that. Like they want to get there. They're going to get there. You know what I mean? So you really want to make sure that they're setting their own goal for their party, and that you know that goal, so you can work hard together to get to that goal.
Yeah, that's good. I've actually forgot to do that recently. I need to do that again.
Okay. That's why you have it in your notes, guys, so you don't forget.
Yeah.
You have it all written there so you know how to interact with them.
Yeah. Okay, so Kayla and I differ on this, but I like to get the host to invite people into the party at least 2 to 3 days before the party starts, because I've had hosts who invite them in one day and it's fine, but I also have had hosts who have taken 4 days to invite people, and I have to remind them every single day, and they're like slowly add people. And so I try to do a couple days before the party starts to make sure everybody's in the group because of that reason. But it really just depends on if you know the person. Like if they're a procrastinator, sure, do that. If you know them, they're a little bit more type A and they're on top of things, maybe you'll only take one day, but just be aware of that. There's really no like, this is what you need to do. But we would say, do not start the party if the host does not have at least 10 people in there.
In the
Um,
party, not just invited.
Right.
In the party.
Yeah. Like I've had hosts where the party was supposed to be starting and they have 2 people in there. And I'm like, okay, I've told them I will not. Okay, let me know when there's 10 people in the party and I will start your party. Because first of all, it's a waste of our time. We work hard on these parties. And some people just need to know that it's not just like this fun little hobby that we do. No, like we put our time into it and we work it hard because we want good results. And we don't want people to take advantage of our business because they don't understand it. And obviously we don't want to be rude. We're thankful that somebody's having a party. But we also, it's our business. Like if you walked into a place and the example you gave,
getting countertop. Like say you go into Home Depot and you're like, hey, I want this countertop. I want black and white. I know what this is. How am I going to get that? And they're like, oh, well, what do you think? Or like, I don't know. We'll maybe figure it out along the way. And you're like, no, I need this countertop today. Like, I need to know, like, does it come in on Wednesday at 10 o'clock? Can I be here at 10? I have an hour drive to get here. I don't want to be like coming at 10 and it's arriving at 3 p.m. Like I need to know the things. So it's the same with your business. Like, don't be wishy-washy. Don't be like, I'm not sure. What do you think? You tell them how you run your business and that is what you stick to. And that is okay because it's you. It's yours. It is not theirs. You having your own business. So it's okay if you tell them how you run your business. That's okay. Yeah. That is your own prerogative and that is okay.
Right.
So,
and I know if you're a people pleaser, that's going to be hard for you because I'm more of a people pleaser than Caitlin is. And so it is harder for me, but I've just gotten to the point where I have been taken advantage of, where I've put in a lot of time and somebody doesn't even respond or they're not doing anything I ask them to do. And I'm at the point where I'm done with that because it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's not worth it in my opinion, my stress. So just know that. Just be direct with your host and don't let them waste your time.
And it's okay to push your party out a day later.
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything for you. Push it out a day later. Say, hey, I saw that there's only 2 people in our party right now. We have to have 10 to get started, which is okay. You have plenty of time to add more people. We'll start the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's completely kind and nice. And you know what? They're not going to be offended that they only have 2 people in there. And if they are, well, then that's too bad.
Right.
Like you're not going to put all of your time into this for 2 people. You know,
you could simply say, I typically don't like to get my party started until there's 10 people in the group. If you would like, I would love to give you my 25% off discount, or if you have a reward, you can give them, a 50% off item. And then say, I would love to add you and your friends into my VIP group. I'll be doing a giveaway this month, something like that, just so you're not rude, but also, not being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So before you start the party, something important is whether you do Post My Party. If you do not know what Post My Party is, ask your upline. It is a lifesaver in this company. Or whether you just use Facebook Scheduler, whatever it is, make sure you're checking your templates regularly just to make sure that the items that are in your template are mostly in stock. They're not blurry. And, I'm always changing it because we get new releases. I'm always tweaking it because I do want to tweak it so it doesn't come off as spam on Facebook. Even just changing wording sometimes. So just make sure you check that template or make sure you have a plan if you're using Facebook Scheduler before the party starts. And then before the party starts, just continue to coach your host while building a relationship with them if you do not know them. So even as those couple days, whatever, leading before the party, continue to talk with them and get them excited. I'm so excited to get you some items. I can't wait to see what's, coming out on Wednesday. Maybe you can use your rewards for those, just building that excitement with them. And
what's on your wish list? What do you own that's your favorite? When, just talking about stuff, and then talk about other things too. It doesn't have to just be Zaya. Get to know them. Because like I said, the more you build that relationship, the more they trust you and like you and want to get to know you more. And then when you ask them about the opportunity, the less they're going to feel awkward because they know you, they trust you. And they're like, yeah, she's great. I want to be with her,
Yeah.
So,
okay. So first day of your party, Okay. This is super important. And we didn't realize this until actually recently, which I'm like kicking myself, but
Past few months. And
yeah.
it's changed. Everyone that does this, I feel like it's changed their businesses as well, because we
Yeah.
have shared this with a lot of our teammates and they are just like, why have we not been doing this? Like, why?
Yeah. So the first day of your party, every single person that is in that group, you friend them on Facebook, whether you know them or not. And here's the thing. Before I started, I had very limited Facebook friends because I was picky. I didn't want to just be friends with anybody, whatever. This is a relationship building company. So anybody that is in a party, you have the opportunity to become friends with, build a relationship with them throughout time if you can. They can do a party, they can become a rep, whatever. That is the goal.
Mhm.
So friend every person. And if you are going to do a giveaway with them or reach out to them about helping them, you need to become their friend because they will not see your message. So
Yes.
I just go in before the party starts and literally just click on friend everybody.
And as people continue to add.
Yeah. And if they don't want to be your friend, they won't accept it.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
50% of people don't accept your friend request
Yeah.
anyways, because they're like, who is this person? And
Right.
eventually they might, if they order, they normally accept it because they're like, oh, I ordered from her if I need to contact her.
Yeah.
But the thing I want you to think about, because I know that there's a lot, like not a lot, but a few people I've talked to, and they're just like, I have to friend everyone. Like, that's so weird. I don't want them to be on my personal Facebook. And the way that I help people understand, like Joelle did, is we're in a relationship building business where if you don't build a relationship, you're not going to get new people into your like circle. How do you meet friends?
How do you
How
can't
do you
expand?
meet? How do you meet people? Do you know them already when you meet people? No, you get
Yeah.
to know them. And in public, yeah, it's different. But this is our public right now. This
Yeah.
is our public that we have. We're adding people as friends. We're getting to know them. We're building that relationship. And you cannot do that without adding them as a friend because you won't see any of their stuff and they will not see any of yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how do you think the highest up reps have, 12,000 people on their team?
Yeah.
Were they all friends at first? No, because they got to know them. So that's just
Same.
huge. Okay. During the first day of the party, there's really no like right or wrong giveaways or things to do the first day, but I think the most crucial giveaway to do on the very first day is a giveaway to get people into your VIP Facebook page.
Mhm.
Because by the end of the party or the middle of the party, they're not going to want to do it.
No.
So if that is literally like one of the first giveaways you do it the first day. It's so important because we are trying to funnel people into our VIP because we also want a monthly sales from our VIP as well, and getting people in there
Mhm.
seeing us post stuff about our lives, about Zaya, things like that. So try really, really hard to do that the first day. And I always make it a giveaway. Like you will be entered into a gift card drawing or a giveaway drawing if you enter the VIP my Facebook page. I don't say VIP because some people think you have to pay for that. So I always kind of say like what my Facebook page is, and then I just post it, copy and paste my Facebook VIP link right into that post, and then people can join it. And then as the day goes on, they join, I write their name down, they get into the drawing. But super important. I feel like that's just the biggest one to do because that's the one we want. We get more out of that than playing some game.
Well, and if you think about it, once people join your VIP page, they may not have purchased at all from that party, but if they're in your group, they're seeing it often. They're seeing outfit ideas, they're seeing new releases, it's so much stuff they're seeing, and they may be a new rep for you, they may be a new customer, a new party person. So even if they've never even purchased in that party, if they're joining your VIP group because of that party, that's an extra person in there that you have potential to talk to, that you didn't have before. So it's huge that you do this because people want a gift card and it's the first thing they see. And so they're going to jump at it sooner and there's more interaction. So I don't know why I haven't done this at all in the beginning because I didn't know about it, but it is such like a huge change.
Yeah. We would do it like towards the end of the party and it wouldn't even be like a giveaway. It'd be like, join my VIP group.
Yeah.
Now that I do it, I at least get, I would say at least 3 people into my
Yeah.
VIP. And then there's one party I had like 10.
Mhm.
So it's so worth it.
You can get like, if you have like 5 parties a month and you get like 5 people each, that's 25 people more in your party or in your VIP that you didn't have before. And you didn't really do anything but have the party.
Right.
So, and that's only some of the people that are joining just from off that giveaway. That's not even anyone else.
Yeah.
So there's so much potential in growing your page every month by just doing that simple thing.
Okay. We have written down to at least go live twice during the party. And we think it's important to go live at the beginning and at the end. So for sure at the beginning, I always like to go live with some sort of staple item on the beginning.
Mhm.
I think the light and tights are always a go, and some sort of top. If you don't have anything that's in stock for a top, maybe find something, I don't know, eye-catching
Or you can wear a bra, bomber bra.
yeah.
But
I always like to wear something like a staple item, and then I always do my giveaway drawings live. I don't ever just like post it like in a post, because it gets people to come, like if you write like giveaway winners like in the caption of the live, people will join because they want to know if they won, and then they'll also see you first talking about your outfit and why you love Zaya. So it kind of like entices people, and then they get in there. But
I'd say the best one to go live on, like she says, the first day. And the reason I say that is when you're wearing those staple items, people have 4 days or however long you do your party to see that live. They have that entire time to see that live, and they may not see any of your posts. They only see that live video. So if you think about that, live videos capture like 50% more people's attention, and people like you and want to know what you have and all those things way faster with a live video as well than a post.
Yeah.
So if they have 4 days to capture that live video and they see that staple item that you have on, 9 times out of 10, they're going to order that. I have had every single party that I go live on with my staple items, there's always at least 3 people in that party that orders the thing I was wearing. And I've tried this before where I've worn a light and tight that's not as popular. That's not just the black ones. I've worn, I think it's the dark blue mesh ones that had that white and blue on the side. 3 people in that party, because of that one live, ordered those leggings. And I don't think they'd order them if I hadn't have had that live. And I was just wearing them and I was saying how these are staple items and things like that. So the first live, doing it right away in the beginning, giving people time to be able to see that live, that might be the only thing they see because it shows up on their feed.
Yeah.
That is the most important one.
Well, here's the thing that sets apart parties from other parties. I don't know if you've been invited to another Facebook party and nobody goes live or does anything personal or relational, and it's kind of just like a sales page, right? It sets you apart when you go live because people want to know who you are. They see you. They see that you're not perfect, and they just be yourself. Like people just want to know you, and they connect way more with a live video than a couple posts. I cannot tell you that enough. Like if you do not go live in your parties, you are missing out 100%. And
you're hindering your parties, and
you're wasting your time.
Not intentionally, but you're hindering them because people can't see you and get to know you faster.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys have ever followed like a small online boutique, but they always go live to like sell their products and show them. They get so much sales and interaction because they're going live. So it just look at that example. Like it's huge. We want to set ourselves apart from then just a regular sales page. Okay. We want to be different. So go live. And I'm just going to straight up say, if you're not, you're wasting your time because it's, and if you're worried, if you don't have the special lighting, the cameras, you don't need that. Like when we first started, I didn't have crap, but I just went with it. Like there's a couple people I know, like your kids literally hold the camera for you, and that's okay. Like it does not have to be perfect. You do not have to have a perfect body type. Half the time I go on live on my parties, my hair is greasy. Like it's okay. You don't have to have it all together. You don't even know, like say you're just starting out and you don't know the product like we do now. Like we're very familiar with it. Like when I first started out, I wrote down notes on a card to remember the names of what I was wearing, and I like put it like on my, like a little bit so I can see it, and that's okay. Just, you will get better as time goes. But anyways, super, super important.
And your
Go live.
confidence will build. Joelle, she's always had this confidence with her, with like being around people and talking to people and not really being so nervous. I'm the complete opposite. I like feel like I'm gonna throw up when I talk to people, or like doing live videos,
Or say awkward things.
I say awkward things. I'm so very awkward. I'm a very awkward person. And I've had to grow out of that. And thankfully, me doing all these lives has made me a better person in this area. And I'm not as fearful of like crowds and talking in public places now because of this, which is crazy because I literally, like I said, I would be so scared I would throw up. And so if I can do it and I can do my awkward things and say the stupidest things on my live videos, which I have said, and I just keep going and I just ignore it and I just keep going, you can do it too. And
just laugh at yourself.
You laugh at yourself.
I
still mess up. Like the other night I went live and I literally stuttered all over my words. And I was like, I couldn't get the word out, what I wanted to say. I just couldn't get it out. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, you're going to have to give me a second. I just have to think about what I want to say. And so I just feel like your first live is going to be really scary if that's the type of person you are. And that's okay.
And here's the thing. Don't record yourself in videos to try to post it, because you will keep deleting them and try over and over until you're perfect. I did that in the beginning too. I did, because I was so nervous. Eventually I just clicked the live button, and because you can't go back, and just
you actually do better when it's live than
Yeah.
when you're recording, because when it's recording, you stop it and you get frustrated. Whereas when you're live, you have to go with the flow. You don't have a choice. So I've learned that when I've recorded, I actually do worse.
Yeah.
So
okay, so the rest of the party, there really isn't like a rhyme or rhythm of what you're posting, you know, your schedule, all those things, like whether you want to do like leggings one day or tanks. There's really no, do what you want, because we're all different and I think it all works. But it's really important to showcase in stock items. So before your party starts, like we said, check your template, make sure you're looking on the site, seeing what's in stock and stuff. We love the interaction posts that have to deal with Zaya. So this or that's super huge.
Very popular.
People want to share their opinion, and then they're seeing Zaya too. It's not just like this or that, chips or salsa, you know, those aren't bad, but we do want to be showcasing Zaya throughout the party. Okay, outfit lays, like, you know how people create outfit lays with different items in the outfit together. Make sure your photos are not blurry. I love to put multiple different body types. Like if I'm doing showcasing the light and tights, I like to find good quality pictures in the marketing site of different body types, you know, strong, thin, you know, plus size. I like to different ages too. Like I like to find that because we have such a variety of people in parties. And also that's the thing that stands out from Zaya and other athletic companies, athletic wear companies.
They have like the rail thin, like 00 models that show everything. So then when you put it on, you're like, that's not what it looks like.
Or just the models that are like super big booties and small waists, you know, like muscular in the gym. Like that's all good, but and Zaya fits all those people. But we like to show that Zaya can, you know, be very versatile. So make sure you do that. We were just talking about how we don't ever do games in our parties because we kind of have found through failure and just looking at other parties and things like that people have invited us to, that most of the time they're a waste of time because not a whole lot of people play them. And when I see a game in a party, like say I was invited to a different company's party, whenever I see a game, I do not participate. I'm somebody who just honestly just likes to go and shop. I like to see good quality post pictures of those items. And if I'm going to get into the giveaway, it's not going to be a game. So
yeah, I'm not going to waste my time putting my effort into it when I could just maybe win something. If it's an easy way to like get a giveaway, then I would do it. Like join my VIP group. Yeah, okay, that's easy. I don't have to do anything at all, or like follow all these posts or get points. You know, like I don't care about the points. I don't want to do that. It's too much work for me right now. So most people are thinking the same thing, and that's probably why some of your games are dead, because people are thinking the same thing. So just don't even do them, and it's okay. You don't have to waste your time.
Yeah. And I don't do like themes and stuff like that. Of course, there will be some hosts that think it's fun, whatever, 90s theme, you know, like Friends theme. That's okay if your host like if your host is like, hey, I would love to do this, that's fine. It's fine to like add those a couple random graphics here and there, but I just really try to keep mine simple and eye-catching, not spammy and a whole bunch of things they have to get through in order to see what's really out on the site.
And everyone has their own flair. So if you have a certain flair that you really like to do in your parties, add that into it, but try not to do all these crazy memes and games and like so much. Make your content 90% Zaya. Add a meme once a day. You can add something else once a day if you want, but 90% needs to be content. And it needs to be staple items that are content, things that they can purchase right away. And then asking for their opinion, this or that. A, B, C, D, which one? Things like that. You're asking their opinion on what they like. That is going to capture people. That is going to get them excited. And that's something that I highly recommend. Outfit of the days, things like that.
Yeah, that just made me think, when anybody comments on any post in the party, you need to comment back. Don't just like it. Comment back.
Always.
If they say this, say, oh, I'd love, and explain what's in the outfit, in this outfit. Or if somebody says like,
I want both.
Or if they ask a question like, is this Bomber Bra supportive? Make sure you are always responding. Do not ghost people. That's just a real bad move.
There's two things that are bad about it. One, it's bad because you don't actually show that you care about that person and their thoughts and their feelings. And then two, so first you're rejecting them. And then second, if they had a question and you're not answering that, sorry, that's the same thing. That's rejecting them. And then the second one is if you respond to them, it actually shows up more. So it actually shows the post to more people when you respond because there's more comments. Are you laughing at me?
I can't help it. Sorry.
Guys, see this? I'm telling you, I am so awkward sometimes.
No, I'm just laughing because, when you're not supposed to laugh, you laugh the hardest.
Okay, I need to go out for a second.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Keeping it real life. All right. Okay, so as the party is going on, make sure you are continuing to chat with the host. Stop laughing. Make sure you are always talking to the host, like, like, today's gone so well. Like you had even if it's like one person to interact, like, look, so-and-so looks like they love this product, or whenever somebody buys something and you post a thank you, say, oh, so-and-so bought this. Like, do you think she would like to do a party with? Like, ask some questions, continue to talk with them in the messenger or your text about the party, and make sure they are doing what you wanted them to do, commenting on every post, not just liking it, and tagging their friends in posts as well. And then you want to
don't like make sure comment and like on everything. Just say comment on as much as you can, because they're just gonna like stuff on purpose, or not on purpose, but like just all the time. That's just natural for people to like stuff. But comment. Be like, make sure to comment on as much as you can. And then I feel like they're not gonna just think a like is good enough, So then they'll like 20 things.
And if they don't comment, what I've done in the past is I've tagged them in the comments and say, so-and-so, what do you think? To get them to respond. Because I always tell them every time, your friends and family trust you more than me if they do not know me. They trust your opinion, even though you're not even the one selling the product. And they respond more to that. So the last thing is reaching out to people before the party ends.
Yeah. So Joelle and I, there's a few things that we slightly do different. Like she invites people earlier in the party and I invite only a day before. But this is we both do this. And you can either do it the morning of, don't wait until the afternoon because people won't get back to you soon enough, or the night or the day before. And you're reaching out to every single person in that party, and do not throw judgment on anyone. And I say that because Joelle and I have definitely thrown judgment on people before where we're like, I don't think they're going to want to order. They don't seem like the type of person that would want to order. And then they're the ones that order a ton of stuff, or they're really excited and they want to have a party. Do not throw judgment on anyone because we don't know their story. We don't know who they are. And we're excited for any order. It doesn't matter what it is. We're excited for anyone that is excited.
Right.
And I actually have this in my thing as well, making sure that I'm messaging every single person. And it can be super simple. It can literally be, make sure you always use their name, because we want to be personal. We don't want to just be like, hey, you want to buy, like you just say like, hey, Joelle, I'm so excited that you joined Caitlin's party. Thank you for joining. Today is the last day to shop. She's really close to some amazing rewards. Is there anything I can help you with?
And then send them the link too.
I've sent people links though. Don't do that to a lot of people because it'll spam you and it won't let you send people links.
Oh.
If I've done more than 10 people in a row, it spammed me. So I don't send links to anyone unless they ask for it. I just tell them if they need anything or if they need a link or me to tag them in the link in the party, I can do that. But I message that. But if you're not friends with these people, half of them won't see it anyways. So that's why it's important to friend these people so then they see it. But I always at least get 2 or 3 more orders when I message people. If I hadn't messaged those people, I wouldn't be able to help them with the problem that they were having, whether they forgot the party was ending, which is a lot of the time. People are like, oh, I didn't know it was the end. Or they don't know where to look. I couldn't find the link. That's an easy solution for me to help you with.
Yeah.
Or I really wanted some leggings, but I saw the ones that you posted and I didn't know if I would like them. Well, we have 4 different types. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
So people don't know what they don't know. So you have to give them the day is almost up. It's almost over. And how can I help you? And sometimes they'll say, no, thank you. I don't need any help. I don't want anything. That's fine. You helped them still. You let them know. And that's okay. There's no shame in messaging people these things because you're giving them information. You're literally telling them when the party ends. And a lot of people are grateful that you told them because they would have missed out. And I've had people later on message me after a party's over, like a week, and they're like, oh, I never got to order. Can I still order? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you can, but the party's over. You can order through me. And then they don't want to order because it wasn't through that person. So always message people. Friending them on the day that you message them sometimes doesn't work because they don't add you as a friend soon enough. And then they don't ever see the message. And I have that happen a lot. So messaging them as soon as you can, or friending them as soon as you can is more important because you're going to get more responses back. And then a little side thing that I do when I have people say, no, thank you. I either don't have it in my budget right now or whatever. I say, that's perfectly fine. I completely understand that. May I add you to my Zaya page in case you ever want to order in the future? 100 times or 10 out of 10, 100 times. Guys, this is what life is about. Okay. 10 almost 100 times again. 10 out of 10 times, people will say yes to me. Like, yes, add me to my VIP page. So I think I've maybe only ever had one person ever say no to me.
Yeah.
And it was more like, no, thank you. I'm already part of a page.
Right.
So it wasn't that they weren't interested. It's just they were part of something else and they were just honoring that other person, which is fine with me. I don't mind that. But then I get other people added in that don't have the money right now, or maybe didn't see enough to really purchase. And then they're in my group. So
yeah,
don't leave it there with the, no, I don't want to purchase anything. Follow up and say, hey, I'd love to add you to my page then,
Yeah. So one more thing to piggyback off of that before we end here. Most of the time, not everybody who orders too will get into that VIP drawing and get into your VIP group. So anytime anybody orders, I always message them and say, plus tagging them in the group. I always say, thank you so much for your order. If they hadn't already joined my VIP, I say, I would love to add you to my Facebook group. I always have some giveaway going on during the month with my rewards. And I just say, I'm going to be doing a really good giveaway soon, free pair of leggings. Would you like to join? To get them in there as well. So anyways, yeah, that went on really long, but we just wanted to give you guys some of our advice.
And then multi-host. Quick, Joelle, explain that because you've done way more than me.
Yeah, so I like to do multi-host parties. If I have multiple parties a month, which is my goal, I like to put them all in one party. So I follow all of the exact same things we just talked about. I just have multiple hosts in one party. They invite all their friends. I obviously have different party links for every single one in the announcements that they can click on. And I contact all of them separately. I don't do group messages because I just don't find it as personal. So I contact all of the hosts personally through the messenger or texting to contact them. And I just do the same thing. So it's just kind of like one big party rather than one party and I do all of the exact same things. You can do, sometimes I do like the host to get the most sales by the end of the party will get a free bummer bra from me,
Mhm.
you know, something like that, just to get people like
I
on
say a
competitive.
gift, so you don't have to give something super expensive.
Yeah.
And I just said, you get a free gift. I don't say what the gift is. It's a surprise. I'll send it to you in the mail.
Right. And you can even let your hosts know before you start, like, hey, just so you know, because then they want to work harder too. Like,
Yeah.
you'll get a free gift from me on top of your rewards if you get the most sales in this party. So
Mhm.
they want to work with you.
Yeah.
But the reason why I do multi-host mainly is for time freedom, because if I'm doing multiple parties a month, I want to focus on 1 week during the month doing my parties. The rest of the month, I'm following up, I'm helping my teammates, all those things.
Mhm.
And life is just busy. And if you get overwhelmed with a party a week or 2 parties a week during the month, do a multi-host. It
Yeah.
will,
Because you can put 5 parties in a
you can put
multi-host.
as many
you want.
parties as you want. And the
You could do
cool,
2 or you could do 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
right. And the thing I have found that has been really good with them is, say I have 3 hosts in one party, right? There always will be that one host that does not do anything, does
Mhm.
not interact, does not tag. And because of the other hosts doing work, that person actually gets sales even though
Mhm.
they're not doing anything. And so
Yep.
that's another reason why I do it, is because I know I'll always have one like that.
Yeah.
And it just has so much more interaction.
And you're not upset you wasted your time.
Yeah. And if you do giveaways, you're spending less gift card money
Mhm.
because it's all of them are in there, and I only do 3 giveaways rather than like separate parties, you know.
Yeah.
So I highly, recommend those. A lot of people are doing them now. It's every time I'm invited to a party now, there's always multiple hosts, and that's
Mhm.
fine. And there's a ton of interaction. It's really cool. So I like
Yeah.
to do those. The only time I won't do it is if I know, which we forgot to mention. If I know that person wants to sign up as a rep and it's going to be her launch party,
Yeah.
or she's like very, very interested and it will turn into her VIP group, that's the only time I won't do it. And I'll do a
Yep.
separate party, which also brings us to another point we did not bring up. Before you start a party with anybody, ask the host if they would like it to become their launch party, if they would like to sign up. You run the launch party for them. They make majority of the money and get
Mhm.
rewards.
Yep.
And then it's their group from there on. Like, you help kickstart them. And then if they say no, ask them. Make sure you're always asking the host at the end of the party.
Before you put their rewards in,
Yes.
before the end, you let them know how excited their friends are, how excited you are, and how well they did. That is important. And when you do that, if they get excited from that, then you're like, and you will be an amazing rep. I'd love to help you do that. You already did everything that you're supposed to do. Your friends are already on board.
Yeah.
Like, you have everything you need right now.
Right.
And by saying that, you're securing them, like making them feel secure in themselves, that, wow, I do have what I need, and it's already here, you know, like I already have what I need. So it's always important to ask those people those things. Like,
Yeah.
make sure that you are asking every person that has a party, and not just, remember, don't put judgments on people.
Right.
Every person, ask, because there are the people that say yes that you were not expecting, that blindsided you. It's the same
Yeah.
with parties. You think a party's going to go real well and it's a dud, or you have one that's like, it's going to be a dud and it's like amazing, and you're like,
Yeah.
what in the world?
Yeah, you
Like,
cannot put expectations on people.
no judgments.
Yeah.
You have to go in with the best intentions every time.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be
Yep.
benefit for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just end on this really quick. The reason why we have multiple parties is because you're always going to have a bad party in the month or 2. And it's just inevitable. You're not going to get away from that. It's just how it's going to be. And so do not get down on yourself if you do everything we tell you to do in this video and it doesn't go well, because we still have that.
Mhm.
It's just going to happen, and no party is a bad party. You're still planting seeds.
Yeah.
You're still trying to get people in your group. You're still communicating with people. You still have people see you.
Yeah.
And building relationship, even if it's just with the host, you know, like, do not get down on yourself. Just keep moving on, push on. Consistency is what matters. And we promise you that's
Yeah.
it.
If you're being consistent and you're teachable, it will show
Yes.
up. It will be good for you. You're gonna do well. So yeah, we have bad parties all the time. So do not get down on yourselves if you have a bad 4 parties, you know. You're going to have that good party if you keep showing up, you're being yourself, which is most important. Don't be someone else, be yourself.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That is everybody.
See you later.
Bye.